Alright, so you guys want some tips for learning a new language. So, we're going to start, of course, with the basics. And we're going to build and build and build and add some things on here that you might not have thought of before with learning a new language. So, of course, you want to decide on a language that you are really, really motivated to learn, right? You want to choose something that you're going to be able to be a lifelong learner of, because learning a language is a really, really, really long process. So when you're thinking about what language to learn, like, of course, you know, sometimes you're going to learn a language out of necessity. Like, I live in Southern California, so I'm going to learn Spanish. But that is not the only reason I learned Spanish, of course, because as I'm in an adobe house right now that my grandfather built, it's my ancestry as well. So I am deeply connected to that language, and it really motivates me to continue with that, and I love the language. But choosing a language that you are really, really, really motivated and passionate to learn is going to really, really help you when you're at the beginning stages of learning a language and like choosing which language to learn. So that's tip 1. Okay, and then tip 2 is find a way to learn that you really enjoy learning. So whether it's taking a course, working with a tutor, studying completely on your own, and then just adding in whatever you need to address that, reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Of course, there are any number of apps that you can use, and there's so many resources. Like, you can use a textbook, you can take a course, you can go on italki and get a tutor or whatever you need, and there's so much out there, and you can find a way to learn that you enjoy learning. And this really goes hand in hand with choosing a language that you enjoy, that you're motivated to learn, because when you make the process fun, when you find ways to do it that you enjoy doing it, you're going to be more motivated to learn. And you're going to just want to do it more because it's a fun process for you. So sometimes, of course, you have to take a class. Sometimes you have to go to school, you have to meet requirements, and that's fine. But look to see where you can add in these elements of fun, where you can add in, whether it's like you like talking to other people, go on italki, find people to talk to, or wherever. I love italki, so that's why I mentioned that one. But go wherever and find people to talk to, if that's your thing. If your thing is that you really like to practice on your own, find fun ways to do that. You know, use apps, use books, use anything, listen to podcasts, listen to music, do anything that makes it fun for you. And you can build on like the foundation, because some things, you know, you got to do that you don't really enjoy doing, and that's completely normal. But build on that and add in those layers of fun. Okay? So that is tip 2. Make it fun. Find a way you really like to do it. And tip 3 is really take your time with it. And this is not to say like procrastinate and, you know, don't do it and just like, I'm gonna do it later. But no, but like do your studying, do what you need to do, but understand that it takes time. Understand that fluency is something that is developed over years. And yes, you can, if you need to learn more quickly, you can immerse yourself in the language. You can go to that country, you can read, write, speak, and listen every single day, and you can really learn quickly if you need to, and if you like to, you know, maybe you just want to. But understand that, like, be patient with yourself. You know, understand that it's a process. It takes a lot of time. It's taken me over 10 years to get to the point in Spanish where I even dare to call myself somewhat fluent. And I'm a teacher, and I kind of know what I'm doing, I guess. But it takes a lot of time. And just don't be too hard on yourself throughout the process, because it's not about getting to a certain point, although, like, you know, maybe you need to pass a test, maybe you need to do this and that, and that's fine. You can measure your progress with that, but don't let that define you. Don't let that be what tells you whether you're successful or not. Let your success be your progress. As you continue to work toward your goals, as you continue to learn your language and just to improve in your own way, that is your success. Having that progress, that makes you successful. And the more of that you have, the more successful you become. And over time, that compounds and compounds and compounds. And then you just learn more and more and more, and you become more and more fluent. And that's it. That's all you have to do. You just have to keep at it. Even when it seems overwhelming, just little steps, little bit, just like with my like speaking anxiety, whatever that was called, video. And it's just little steps to keep pushing closer toward that goal. And as you do that, you will get closer to that goal. And that goal is going to evolve, you know, over time. Like you have one goal, but then things change and, you know, whatever happens, you need to adjust. But that's why also with those little steps, it makes it easier to pivot when you need to. So that is this tip 3, I think, is don't be too hard on yourself. Take your time with it, and it's about the process. All that you have is the process. And tip 4, tip 4 is variety. Add some variety into your learning style. So we talked about making it fun. We talked about motivation. We talked about making it a process over time. Well, try all the different things. You've got time. Experiment. Try different strategies. Even if you think that like, I don't know if I like this strategy. It's kind of weird. Try it. You know, you don't have to commit to learning any one way. You get to change your mind. You get to choose like, hey, I want to take a course. Oh, just kidding. I want to do my own thing. I want to study this way. And like, yes, you know, you do need to have some consistency. Like, do find something. But it's okay to try all the different things at first. It's okay to start with a course and then to say, okay, I want to try working with a tutor. I want to try these apps. I want to try this. And then try them, but then figure out what works and what doesn't for you specifically, because it's going to be different. Like everything that's out there, it all works for someone. It's just a matter of what works for you. And that's what you need to find, is what works specifically for you. And when you find that, that's when you're going to be successful in your language learning and in anything, anything that you do. And so add variety, right? Try all the different things. And I know it's hard sometimes, but don't write it off until you try it. And while like a course, yeah, that's kind of a commitment, you know, you have to go, especially like at a college, you have to commit to a couple months or however long it is. So that's a little bit, but don't write it off until you try it. You know, if you think that, oh, it's not for me, like maybe it's not, but find ways that, not even just a course, anything, you know, course, tutor, any of the options, just try them. And you don't even have to do like a long time, like give it a little bit of a chance, you know, try it for a week, see how it goes. If it's a course, you probably want to try like a full one and see how that goes. Give it enough time to collect your data on it, and so you have your data set and you can look at it and see what works and what doesn't. And but give it all a shot. Okay, so that is tip 4 is add some variety. Try all the things and let yourself just be free with it. Let yourself just feel like, what do you really enjoy? What do you really just like, what makes you feel like, man, I'm so excited to study today? And when you find that, that is your thing. Like that is your key to fluency. Tip 5 is, let's talk about fluency. So step 5 is Tip 5 is understanding fluency. And while this seems like, it's like, I know what fluency is. I'm fluent in my native language. I know what it's like. Don't be so sure. I'm not even sure that I know what fluency is, and this is what I do with my life. But so tip 5 is like, yes, fluency, but really it's about just letting yourself accept that you were never going to know everything, and there is always going to be another step, and there's always going to be more to learn, and that really goes hand in hand with being patient with yourself and just knowing that your progress is your success. And so for tip 5, what I want you to understand is that fluency is a process. It is a lifestyle. It is something that you do. It is not something that you achieve and then you are done with. It is a describer of a level of language, but it is not like one way. It is not like this person's fluent, so I have to be like this person. No, it's not that. It's different for each person. And I have a video all on fluency. We're going to get even more into that. But I want you to understand here just that it is your process and you get to decide what fluency is for you. And that is tip 5. All right, so have fun. Have fun with this process. Find your style. Find what just lights you up to learn language, to study, to speak, to read, to write, to listen, to do all of these things. And have fun with it. I will see you guys back here next time. Bye, guys.